It was meant to be one of the tightest elections in Zimbabwe's history. But when results were announced, Robert Mugabe secured a landslide victory over his rival, Morgan Tsvangirai, and in so doing secured his 7th consecutive term in office. Mugabe scored 61% of the vote, while Tsvangirai received 34% as ZANU-PF went on to secure a 2/3 parliamentary majority, an electoral margin that will give them the ability to amend the recently agreed upon constitution. It has been an election fraught with irregularities, and allegations of mass fraud and rigging. Though the AU and SADC observer missions listed a number of concerns with the manner in which the vote was carried out, both organizations endorsed the elections as credible and free. But moments before the results were released, Tsvangirai, addressing journalists from his home in Harare, said his party would not legitimize the illegitimate by recognizing Mugabe's government. Tsvangirai's rejection of the results and his calls for a fresh election could plunge Zimbabwe into a fresh political crisis. As the opposition prepares to challenge the results in court, ordinary Zimbabweans remain split over the opposition's allegations that various irregularities and fraud have tainted the election results. Al Jazeera spoke with a cross-section of Zimbabweans on how they feel about the results and how it might impact their lives. Tsvangirai, 34, Bulawayo. I think people are depressed because this is an MDC stronghold. They are really disappointed with the results and, although they were waiting for the presidential results, they already knew what the result was. Gracious Mpofu, 41, Harare. I don't know what is wrong with this state. Is it cursed or what? I was not expecting this. But was hoping for a change. Korbilbib, 34, Bulawayo. People are really shocked and the mood is so low. They were not expecting these results. There is a big feeling of disappointment. Right now, there is increased police presence in the center of town and in the high-density areas, like Mzilikazi, Mokopa and Leuve. There has been an increase in people buying food. It's more panic buying and stocking in up, just in case. Prince Louis, 22, Harare. I feel it was fair and peaceful, but I don't know what happened behind the scene. Now there are rumors of rigging. I think the results are accurate. History just repeated itself. ZANU won where it usually wins and the MDC, the same. The whole rigging story is to have the whole Western world involved. We had all the observers saying it was fair, even President Zuma of South Africa said it was fair. If Tsvangirai says they were rigged, then he must come up with concrete solid evidence that this is so. Raina Marima, 36, Bulawayo. We were initially a little worried given how some people and the international community were talking about this election. But when the results started coming out, we were convinced that ZANU-PF would do very well. We are not surprised by how well Mugabe has done, especially since the MDCT were nowhere to be seen when it came to campaigning. What has Tsvangirai done in the past years anyway? He dropped the ball. Reward Maparadza, 22, Norton, Zimba District. I have lost hope of getting a job now. And people around me are already talking about leaving the country. For the past 10 years, there has been a lot of idle people without labor. Many of us have degrees but there is no opportunity. We have lost hope. I am thinking that I myself should look for greener pastures, in Botswana or South Africa. We are ordinary people. There is nothing we can do. We will accept the results. But in terms of recovering or having a better future, we don't see a lot of positives. I felt the ZAC, Zimbabwe Election Commission, was biased.